Nestled between India and China, Nepal has long been a geopolitical chessboard where superpowers maneuver for influence. For over 6 decades, the CIA has shaped Nepal's turbulent politics, often cloaked in anti-communist or strategic agendas. From Cold War proxy wars to monitoring modern Chinese expansion, the agency's fingerprints are evident. In September 2025, Kathmandu's streets erupted in the Gen Z revolution, a youth-led uprising against corruption, nepotism, and a draconian social media ban. While seemingly organic, the protests' timing and scale raise questions about foreign orchestration, echoing the CIA's historical playbook in Nepal. The CIA's involvement in Nepal began in the 1950s with Operation St. Circus, a covert effort to arm Tibetan guerrillas against China's control of Tibet. Nepal's Mustang region became a staging ground, with the CIA funneling weapons and training about 2,000 fighters for cross-border raids. Declassified documents reveal airdrops and coordination with the Dalai Lama's brother, Gyalo Thondup, using Nepal as a conduit. This operation, later St. Barnum, aimed to destabilise Beijing while preserving the Dalai Lama as a resistance symbol post-1959. Nepal, caught between neutrality and superpower pressures, became an espionage hub, drawing China's ire. By the 1970s, the CIA shifted focus to Nepal's internal politics. Declassified memos from 1979 analysed student protests against King Birendra's panchayat system, noting royal resistance to reform and parallels to Iran's pre-revolution tensions. The agency saw Nepal's monarchy as a bulwark against communism, monitoring Soviet and Chinese influence. In the 1980s, leaked files scrutinised royal successions and communist parties as Soviet proxies. The 1990s Maoist insurgency, a brutal civil war killing 17,000, heightened CIA interest. Fearing Maoist ties to India and China, the agency tracked the conflict's regional implications, viewing Nepal as a buffer against Chinese expansion. Post-2006, after the monarchy's fall and a fragile republic's rise, the CIA pivoted to countering China's Belt and Road projects and monitoring Islamist groups near India's border. Nepal's strategic location made it a hotspot for the CIA, India's RAW, and Pakistan's ISI, each vying for control. Conspiracy theories, unproven but persistent, link the CIA to the 2001 Royal Massacre, suggesting a plot to install a pliable regime. While no evidence confirms this, the agency's history of exploiting instability is clear. On September 4, 2025, Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli's government banned 26 social media platforms, including X, Facebook and YouTube, citing misinformation. With 90% of Nepal's 30 million people online, the ban severed communication lifelines, igniting outrage. Corruption scandals, like the $10.4 million Nepal Airlines Airbus deal, and elite nepotism fueled public anger. By September 8th, tens of thousands led by Gen Z, ages 13-28, flooded Kathmandu, Pokhara and Biratnagar, chanting "Enough is enough" and waving anti-nepotism placards. Inspired by Bangladesh's 2024 uprising, protesters occupied buildings, some brandishing pop culture symbols like the Straw Hat Pirates flag. The government's response was brutal. Police used live rounds, rubber bullets and tear gas, killing 19 and injuring over 300. Curfews and army patrols followed. By September 9th, the social media ban was lifted. Home Minister Ramesh Lekak resigned and Oli stepped down amid arson attacks on political residences. Pro-monarchy voices surfaced, but the protests centred on anti-elite fury. The protest's spontaneity is questioned on social media, where users allege CIA orchestration, citing Bangladesh's 2024 regime change. Claims of CIA-funded NGOs like Hami Nepal, tied to alleged agent Barbara Adams, and Peace Corps cover operations echo historical patterns. The protest's spontaneity is questioned on social media platforms, where users allege CIA orchestration, citing Bangladesh's 2024 regime change. Claims of CIA-funded NGOs like Hami Nepal, tied to alleged agent Barbara Adams, and Peace Corps cover operations echo historical patterns. Ollie's pro-China stance, bolstered by his recent meetings with Xi Jinping and Vladimir Putin at the SCO summit in China, makes him a prime CIA target, with accusations of US-backed destabilization to counter Beijing's influence. While mainstream sources attribute the unrest to domestic failures, the CIA's history, arming proxies, funding propaganda, and exploiting unrest, lends credence to suspicions. Whether the 2025 protests are purely Nepalese or a chapter in the CIA's Himalayan saga remains an open question.
पानी तो यही था।